So we're going to look at the most important piece of exercise equipment you could possibly want to have. And thankfully it's very simple, small, easily transportable and relatively cheap, which is spiky balls. So various grades and qualities of penetrating effect. So you can start off with something very soft and spongy, but you won't use them for very long before you progress to something a little bit stronger. And then you go up into the harder ones. This is quite hard, but when it warms up, it's a bit more spongy, and this is harder again. And then you progress right up to the really maximum hardness. So you squeeze that, and there's no chance you're going to be able to make an impression. Now, why are spiky balls so important? Because if we think of everything moving in cycles, everything to do with life involves cycles of movement of energy, even right down to atoms spinning, planets spinning, galaxies spinning. Everything has a cycle to it. Breathing, heart beating. It's our sign of life. Brain waves. So even consciousness relates to getting that wave going, and different types of waves indicate different states of operation. So we need to get our energy field, which is like a magnet with a north pole and a south pole. And we need to get that flow of energies going, because that comprises our whole spherical energy field around us. And when that energy field is flowing and healthy, we are healthy. So using two spiky balls, we can stand in front of them and then just bring the foot up onto the ball, but press down into the toes so that you're regulating how much weight is going on the ball. And then you have a free foot, you have a grounding foot, and you have a free foot. So the free foot, again, you can regulate how much weight is coming down on that ball. And you move the ball to all parts of the bottom of your foot. And that will give you an idea of what parts feel okay and what parts are more blocked and sore. And then you can swap feet and use the other foot as your grounding foot as you regulate the pressure down into this ball. And again, you can roll. Sometimes it's nice to roll the foot, and sometimes it's nice just to sink into it. Now, it's nice to have the ball under the toes or the ball of the foot and just drop your heel. And when you're doing this, it's nice to bring your attention to the space around us, so that the accumulated effect of being on the balls and having our awareness in the space around us is that we're plugging into the earth through the balls, and we're opening that lovely circuit, that circuit of energy which comprises our healthy energy field. So that energy goes in both directions. It goes in this direction from the top down and through, and vice versa. So now we can do a little acrobatic exercise on the balls just to make things a little bit more interesting. So we can bring one ball one step in front of the other ball and bring our weight more onto the front leg. And then we can look up and just try and open up the floor, which is often what we do in our exercises. We're opening up the floor with our legs and our feet, and it gives a really strong, grounded impression of those balls pressing up into our body, and it lifts the spine and opens the body. Good. We can do that with one hip out to the side. And if we add in our in-breath, remember, just think of a finger resting on your upper chest center or anywhere you like on the front of your body. And you can put another finger on this hip to attract lines of force towards it, so it triangulates with your feet. Good. You can put a finger anywhere you want a line of force to direct itself to. Good. And then we can swing our hip the other way. Put a finger on the other hip, and then we start to triangulate. And when you do that, it's nice because you will probably feel a triangle between this hip and your two shoulders. Or if you put a finger anywhere you like, you'll feel a line of force through it. And in this way, you progressively open up your body more and more, connected up, and you're building structure constantly in your body. A structureless body will always block up, it will always contract, and contraction inhibits energy flow. So you're constantly building structure, building connections through your body, and in turn you're building your energy field. So this is the why and wherefores of why spiky balls are so important. Without them, we're not properly plugging down into the ground, because most of the time we're either in shoes or walking, at least walking on flat surfaces, which offer no stimulation for opening up the bottoms of our feet and getting that lovely plugging in effect into the earth. So we're circulating with those beautiful currents that are constantly flowing through our environment.